In this video, I will make a short overview of how you can get going in PCACE. I will focus on the 4 main tasks you may want to accomplish in PCACE. These broadly correspond to the main tasks you find under the Quick Menu tab. Data entry, coding in the jargon of traditional content analysis and grammar setup. Data querying, data analysis, automatic textual analysis, or natural language processing, NLP. PCACE allows you to analyze text documents in the same way of other Cactus programs. Cactus, computer-assisted data analysis software such as Atlas TI, MaxQDA, and Vivo, by entering data manually from a text. The PCACE Cactus form is where all of this happens. Let's start by opening the document list view form, pressing F4, selecting the document to analyze and then opening Cactus form from there. You see here, when I open the Cactus form, that PCACE is asking me to read a TIP file. TIPS files in PCACE are short documents that give important suggestions about what you can do in the current situation. Let's open this TIP file for example. The button on the top left side, I am an expert now, allows you to mark the TIP file as read. If you mark a TIP file as read, then you won't be asked to see it again. You will still be able to read that file if necessary by clicking on the Tips button and selecting the tip. The other buttons on the top right side are to navigate through the list of tips if there are several files, and the Close button is to close the form. And in the case you wonder what a form is, basically a form is PCACE's graphical interface with the user. In a computer program context, a form is a window or screen that contains numerous fields where data are displayed or data can be entered. Fields typically have labels that give the user an idea of the field contents. In all PCACE forms, when the user hovers on a field, an explanation of the actions that can be carried out in that field are provided at the bottom of the form in a text box that we call status box. All PCACE forms contain status boxes. Always check them. They are your first port of entry on what to do. Take a look at this other button, the video button. Again, the button appears in most main forms. The button allows you to access video tutorials on the topics behind a form, but you must be connected to the internet to watch them. Now, back to the Cactus form and data entry. In this form right here, you can see the document on the left side of the form and the data in a tree form on the right side. To add new data in the database, you can click on the portion of the text you're interested in and click on the node, i.e. the object of the grammar or coding category, where you want to add the data. But what differentiates PCACE from other Cactus programs is that PCACE learns from your coding. The more you code, the more PCACE will learn about the way you are working and will be able to make better predictions to help you speed up the coding process. This function in PCACE is called assisted coding. Let's click on the button Assisted Coding in the form. This message is a reminder. It may seem annoying to see all those reminders, but PCACE reminders provide useful tips or information on the current activity. Read all reminders carefully. My advice would be, always respond yes to the question of whether you want to be reminded again. Only when you are sure that you know what you are doing, just answer no. You do not want to see this specific reminder again. What if you later forget what you should do? Well, not all is lost. Do you see this button with the bell on the bottom right-hand side of the form? This button will allow you to reset the reminders of that form. In fact, each reminder is associated to the specific form from where it pops up. You can click the button and choose to reset. That means to activate back all the reminders behind the current form or just a selection of them. From this button, you can change the settings for this option. Let's say you want to see highlighted in the text all of the words that have been previously coded inside the category victim. Then you should select that simplex object from the list, and here you go. The highlighted words in the text are the words associated in the coding process to the previously selected grammar objects. If you click on one of them, you'll be able to see in the status box the object that word has been associated with in PCACE. For more information about the Cactus form, you can watch the video tutorials about it or read the tips files. Of course, at some point you may want to work with your own grammar or data collection or coding scheme, rather than the one that comes with the sample database. You can only do that easily from the Setup Grammar form that you can open by pressing F2. Here it is. In this form, you can add, delete, edit existing grammar objects, but you can also start entirely new projects. You will have two options to start a new project: importing data from an Excel file setting up the grammar automatically, or importing documents setting up a basic grammar from the information in their file names. There are no special requirements for automatically setting up a new grammar in PCAce by importing an Excel file. You could use any Excel file containing your data, and you'll be able to set up the right grammar for your project by following the given instructions. You can watch the video on how to start a new project for more information. And do watch the video tutorials on how to use the setup grammar form or read the tips files. Once you have entered the data in PCAce or coded your data, PCAce will offer you a very powerful way of querying your data. Querying in database jargon means looking for information in the database. PCAce offers several ways of extracting data from the database, some very specific that you find under the Data Functions, Data Retrieval, and Data Viewing tabs. Some quite technical that require knowledge of SQL, Structured Query Language, the language used to extract information from relational databases. But PCAce also offers a very powerful and user-friendly approach to data querying based on a GUI, Graphic User Interface. You find this in the Query Manager form. We can open it up by pressing F6. Here it is. In the QM, you'll be able to extract data from your database in very general ways and without needing to know any SQL. It takes a graphical approach to build the SQL queries, making life easy for you. Let's open a sample query. The QM builds a tree that represents the information that will be extracted from the database. The green nodes, called terminals, are the objects that contain the actual coded data we want to extract, while the other nodes represent the relations between the entities in the relational database of PCAce, basically the position of the terminal in the grammar. You can watch the video on more tutorials on this form or read tips files for more information on how to use this very powerful tool. Let's run this query. After running the query, the results are displayed in the Query Results form. We also call this form the Data Analysis form because from here you can perform a great deal of data analysis and visualization in a variety of freeware programs. You will be able to create automatically Excel charts, GIS maps using Google Earth Pro, QGIS, CartoDB, or many other freeware GIS programs, network graphs in Gephi, Cytoscape, or other programs. You will also be able to carry out a variety of data cleaning tasks through these buttons right here. Make sure to watch the videos on the Query Results form on data analysis and data cleaning. PCAce doesn't only allow you to code by annotating text manually, it also provides a large number of natural language processing tools that will allow you to extract automatically information from your documents. You can access the NLP tools from the NLP form that you can open by pressing F11. From there, you will also be able to run various statistical analysis tools and to visualize your data, creating automatically Excel charts or graphs with Gephi and much more. You can watch the NLP video tutorials for more information on NLP.